Hi, my dear students. Welcome again. In the last few lectures, we have discussed about what is the Python, what are the various features of the Python, and why we focus on the Python in today's scenario. And we will also practically discuss that how we install and run over the basic programs of Python, what is the compiler, how the program runs, what are the interpreter, and how the programs script are run, how the programs shells the programs run in the shell scripts. Today we will discuss some of the more aspects of the Python programming. Now we will cover the variables, how we will take console inputs and outputs in the Python, and what is the indentation is important in the Python programs, the Python keywords and the data types of the Python. We already know that the variables are the names that we will give to the memory locations, and interpreter or compiler allocate the space based on these the data types. We can assign the different data types to the variables, like the integer, floating point and characters and etc. How assigning the values to the variables. In Python, the no need to explicitly declaration of the memory space. So we can say that it is it is not required to declare something like in the C and C++ that this is the integer A and integer B, because whenever we assign a particular value to that variable, it is automatically identify the type of the variable. And for the assigning, it is as usual, we use the assignment operator. As we have seen in this script that I have created a script that x square x assign the 10 is assigned to a variable x, 20 is assigned to y, and then we sum the x plus y and store in the z and print here z. So the output is 30. So we can say that there is no integer and integer is here somewhere declared, because the x is automatically identified, and that whenever we assign a value to the x. Now it is also possible the multiple assignments to the variable. It allows the single values to the multiple variable is in the one line and the one shot. For example, we can assign the value 1 to the in the one shot A, B and C. Here the 1 is the integer and then assigned. Assign the multiple different value to the different variable in the one shot, like for example A, comma B and comma C. Here we can respectively define the 5 is goes to A, 2.5 is a floating point that goes to the B, and here a string G by A and Gyan that will be go to the C. If okay, and now if we show you practical of these things, then just start here a Python. So A is assigned 10, then B is assigned 10 and C is assigned 10. If we take another variable, that is the Z, and Z equal to A plus B plus C, and print, if we print Z, enter. Okay, this is the 30. So we can directly, there is no need to declare the integer, float, something like that. It will automatically consider the things. Now in another example, if we can take A, B, A, B and C equal to 2, another is the 3.5, and then we mention a RAMU Ramu. Print, we print A, B and C. Okay, so it will print a 2 and 3.5 and Ramu. So this is the way we can assign the values. Now these are the keywords. So the keywords are the reserved words that have a specific particular purpose to for the compiler and interpreter. These reserved keywords cannot be used as a variable identifiers and constants. There are keywords, these are mentioned in the slide, so no need to remember and memorize these keywords, we can just mention here. Now this is the another important slide, that is how we will take the console input and output from the keyboard and print those things on the computer screens. So Python have a two function to interact with the console screens. The first is the input. This function prompt to the user to enter in the characters and return as a string, and when he prompt to the for the user, it will wait for the input, and it is also have a optional input string. I have already mentioned this function. I have created a different file, that name of the file is this, the input output.py, and unless I simply write the one line, that is this is the function input, and the optional part I have mentioned, please enter your name, and it will return a string in the variable of name. Then I just print the name, and here I execute this, then please enter your name. This is the string I have entered, and this is the output it printed on the screen. And the another function is the print. This is the function to output a data to the your device screen. It prints any object, any string and any data, whether it is strings, integer, float, whatever. The syntax of this function is mentioned in this slide, and I have also created another file, that is the input output.py. Here I have created two variables, one is the first and another is the last. In the first I have assigned a string yarn, and in the last I have assigned a string sing. Then I print the first and last. So this is the print function we used. Now indentation is the one upon notice this indentation is very we have to notice that, because Python is the code blocks are identified the indentation rather than the curly braces. Whenever you program in the Java, C++ and other programming language, they use for the indentation, they use the curly braces to code blocks, while in Python this is not used. So be careful while you programs, and Python does not support the braces even to indicate that you're creating your classes, your functions, other flow control like the if, else, do, while loop and etc. So it is Python is strictly follow the indentation rule to indicate these blocks. I have also mentioned an example and created an program. Here you can see that I have created two variables, one is the first and another is last, and assigned the value gyan and sing. Then I mention a space of two space, and then I write the full name, and then I add and concat these string first and last and print the full name, and then I compile, then I try to execute this program. It generate an syntax error called an unexpected indent. So this is why this is happen, because after the first line is the first, then last, and in the third line I have mentioned a space. So it will violate our indentation. That's why it give an error. I have mentioned another examples. In these examples, in the first line, I have created a variable. The name of the variable is the "Are you married?" and then I assign the yes. Then I check that if "Are you married?" equal to yes, then I print good, and else print very good. Then in continuation, I print the now continue. This is not give any error because there are a one two there are a the one two three and four blocks of code. The one block of code is the if, another block of code is the else, and finally in the continue this is the another block, and are you married, the first variable is the another blocks. So in other programming language generally we use the curly braces. In Python we have to use indentation. Now we we comes to data types. So Python have we close the class today, and we will discuss in the next lecture. Okay, thank you.